Hello friends, how are you? It's time to answer the royal thread, DV Dude's thread. And I want to say right away that I'm unhappy that by answering this, I will have to offend someone. Just saying that right away. Um, I know better than to take it personally, but I'm just sorry that in sharing my opinion, someone will be offended. I just want to say it up front, I just, I don't know. I wish there was a way of saying things in a way that people could understand. I'm not trying to hurt them or speak against them personally, and that has to do with the fourth question. But I'll get to it. So, the the first question is, name an artist you would automatically be able to identify if you heard them. Well, I'll have to stick with one because honestly, and very honestly, I can identify a lot of artists like just a few seconds, and because of my obsessive interest in music since I was a little baby, and how I used to listen. One of the things I used to do for fun as a boy, up until I was about maybe 12 or 13, is I would sit and listen to the radio, and I would write down. I'd keep lists of every single song that they played, just because what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to know what was every song. And as soon as the song would, I got to the point where as soon as the before the intro would be over, I would know who the art, I knew who the song was and who the artist was. So I can, if I were to spend time with you, I could probably do this, and just tell you, oh, that's so and that's so. But but one that I can name that I always know who it is pretty obvious. Peter Gabriel. Yeah, know his music inside and out. Even just short musical passages, just pieces of music, because of the sounds that he has always gravitated to. I'm very familiar with them, so that's one. Number two, what technical aspect of collecting do you enjoy? Well, because I've always been poor. I've not been able to get into the gear audio part because that takes so much money. I find it interesting when someone has it, but I haven't learned about it, like high tech gear. You know, what I have always found interesting was how records are actually cut. I'm interested in, I like 180-gram vinyl. I like vinyl, so I guess I kind of geek out on records themselves. What I used to do when I was a small boy was not only did I listen to the record, but I would just love to sit and watch it spin. I'm looking at my turntable now. Just love to watch it spin. I like labels. I like the different ways that labels can be designed. I'm interested in the history of labels design and how it changed. Like how Columbia with the eyes, and the CBS logo for UK instead, and then Capitol, the way that they've changed over the years, and how Polydor has stayed almost the same forever. Those are things about record collecting that I find interesting. The next question, number three, is a good question. Talk about a record that you struggle to find a genre for. And the first thing I want to say is I want to just talk about the fact that I am one of those type of listeners who is listening for music that is beyond genre. That's something that I'm looking for. I'm interested in that essence rare. Jeff stopped by last night, and we haven't made a video yet because I promised that the next video we make, we'll do at his house, which hopefully will be next week. But like the Gang of Four says in that song, I'm looking for that essence rare. And that essence rare in art is beyond genre. And so I'm interested in music that is not genre specific. But a band or artist that I struggle to find a genre for, honestly, is myself. And I don't mean that egotistically, I mean that honestly. Not talking about Indrima, I'm talking about my solo stuff. And if you are interested in hearing my stuff, you can go to my blog or to my SoundCloud page, and I'll annotate here as soon as I remember, because I may not remember right away, but I'll annotate the website addresses so you can, if you're interested, go hear my music. But it's not, it's not rock, it's not jazz, and it's not easy listening because that's not the point. It's relaxing and soothing, a lot of the music, but it's none of those things. So I don't know, and I don't know how to market myself, and I have never wanted to market myself, which is probably a big reason why I'm sitting here doing this as opposed to being in the studio or traveling more and playing more, because I guess in a way I've refused to play the game because it just means too much to me. And maybe I'm a fool. Notice how I'm talking out loud. These are things I've thought about over and over all my life. You know, am I a fool for not going for the money? Am I stupid for wanting to really be into it for the music? But I really am. You know, it really is just about what the music does to soothe my soul, to get me through that moment, to make the day better, to give the room a brighter, better ambience, whatever it is. That's what I've always been into about music, you know. So that is the honest answer to that. Now, number 4, you know, as much as I say don't take things personally, and I don't take things personally, I will say that, you know, I like the green and I don't like the red. You know, I'm, I'm sure I'll get some red because you're saying name a band or artist that is well known that you don't like, but you can name at least one song of theirs that you do like. Well, I can name a lot of mainstream artists that it's not that I don't like them, it's just that it doesn't have that special quality that I'm looking for, you know. And I just really hope that people can be open-minded and understand that when I say I don't care for this band, it's not therefore saying I would dislike you. That's not what I'm saying. And the band that I'm going to use, I'm going to hear it, is I've never cared for anything by the band Kiss. And you're saying name at least one song of theirs that you do like. You know, there isn't one. But I can tolerate all of their songs when I'm with people who love the band. And that's an honest answer. I don't care for modern country music in the least, but I live in Omaha, and so I work with people, and it's their lives, and they're my friends. So when I'm with them in their life, in their lifestyle, they're sharing the life with me and their music, I can appreciate the music while I'm with them. So that is the honest answer. You asked me to name someone, and I really didn't want to name anyone because no matter who you name, someone's going to get offended. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't know how many times I can say that in a way that could get across to the person that decides to be offended. You know, I mean, you know, disrespect by saying that I don't like that particular band. I won't say the name again, but you know, they don't have it musically. They don't. Um, but that's just my ears. I'm just one person, okay? So, DV Dude, I hope that my answers will suffice. I love you, man, and I love everyone else. And I've gotten some other requests, so I'll get to those when I can. Be well, everyone.